So for the past couple of days, not as much as I used to before, lately, I've taken a hiatus for at least a couple of, I believe at least like a year or two from doing a lot of paranormal research investigation videos, and they were trending for me. I mean, they were extremely popular, and I still believe that they are still extremely popular now as we speak. However, at the time, I was deeply fascinated and obsessed by the ideal and the concept of death, the macabre, the grotesque, etc. Every gothic's dream, But it was second nature for me. It was just something I was born, initiated into. And now that I had lost sight of it for like a year or 2 years, I have recently, for the past couple of days, I've become obsessed with researching about the afterlife, people's fear of being buried alive. And thank God that they actually embalm your physical bodies in the modern times, because in the 1400s, like, they make sure you're dead. I'm here at a cemetery and talking about this. This is quite fascinating. So in the 1400s, they actually tied a bell attached to a string either to your toes or to your fingers to basically, in case if you were in fact buried alive, you would often jingle the bell to let other people know that you are still very much alive and you're not deceased, like permanently dead. So with that being said, thank God that they do what they do now, because I would not want to be buried alive like that. I don't want to go out like that, But if you don't know about the process of embalming, do your research. I'm not going to get into too much details unless you pause this video, and if it's too graphic for you, if you get triggered, if you have like PTSD, stop this video right now, because I'm about to go in depth into it. So basically, the process of embalming involves the removal of the draining of your blood, the complete removal of, and they replace it, by the way, of your physical internal organs, and they replace that with, I'm not sure, with like wax or some kind of synthetic. It's just some kind of like chemical or something that helps to preserve your body or something, your deceased physical body. And I mean, it's a bit of a morbid process, but it's just something that's necessary. Just like in ancient Egypt, they had done the same thing, where they had removed your brain, your organs, your intestines, everything, and placed them into canopic jars. And they would then begin the process of physical mummification. So everything, death and life, both are extremely fascinating to me. I absolutely love the concept of it. I love the concept of purgatory. I love the concept of the afterlife. And I've become truly enshrouded, encased, embodied into the ideal of the life after death. And it's such a concept to me that's so illustrative and fascinating and intriguing, deeply intriguing to me. I love it. I love it, I mean, you don't hear many people get so excited and anticipated or enthralled about death and life, except for me. I do, because I'm not afraid of either. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of living. And that's the two very same concept of things that are very identical but opposites, that people have a deep sensational fear, and that fear is crippling to them. They're afraid of dying because they had not the opportunity to live the life spontaneously and full of epic adventures like I do. And not to boast, not to brag, but you have to live life as if every day was your last. And that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been trying to help inspire other people to follow in the same footsteps, to try to, inspire, to influence other people. The life is seemingly much too short shorter than what you might like to believe. And eternity is quite not long enough. I mean, you really think about it, really in depth, you know. But there's so many people afraid to live life because they don't know how to begin the first process of the initiation, the process to put your left foot or your right foot forward. It requires a journey of an infinite lifetime of infinite stars. Begins with a single foot that you place before yourself in this pathways of your spiritual and giant and enlightenment in your journey. But I have become truly obsessed with death, and I've gotten back in touch with my older self, where I become so like live life on the edge, and I just don't care, you know. I'm out here to truly be alive, you know, be alive in this world. And not just to say that I'm alive and just breathing, but I'm alive, breathing, and I exist. And I am worth something. I'm worth something so much more than my own self, my own flesh and blood. And honestly, the concept of obsessing about like paranormal investigation or research, like getting back into that, surrounding yourself with the graveyards, spirits, energy, auras, the paranormal, metaphysical, witchcraft, everything in general, it scares the living daylights. Like it absolutely cripples in fear of people around me. Like it scares people so much that it's crippling, you know? They don't know how to take it. They don't know how to receive it. They don't know how to channel it. To a sane-minded person, it might actually drive you to the brink of insanity. It might actually drive you insane if you're not careful. It has a profound effect on absolutely everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, because it takes a lot to research about the paranormal, about the afterlife, about abandoned places, like explorations, just sharing a relationship, a sacred bond and union with spirits, with ghosts, with the dead, with the afterlife. And 13 plus years into the metaphysical, into the occult, I mean, this is just second nature to me, baby. I mean, don't fear it. Don't absolutely fear it. Welcome it. Channel it. Channel the negative into the positive. And how to incorporate that to inspire other people around you. You know, death and life are both such a necessary but grounding duality to the life forces of human existence. And so very few little people in this life, they value life. So few little people in life understand death. And so few little people in life, they don't go out into life to enjoy it, to harvest it, to harness it. All that they do is just exist, to breathe, to work, to pay their bills, and this and that. Stress about the most stupid, mundane things in life, you know? And I don't. Honestly, I go out into my life, I manifest, I channel what I have to channel, and I believe in what I believe in. I believe in myself first and foremost, and I go out into the world and to help inspire other people. I don't care what other people think about me, you know? I don't care what people think about me for being who I am, embracing my nature, for inspiring the world, for grinding so hard in these videos, wearing my heart on my sleeve, being raw and intense in my emotions and brutally honest and, you know, upfront and straight. And I don't cap nobody. I don't BS nobody. You know, I'm real to the core. I'm who I am. And, you know, if people have an issue with me, well, then they have an issue with me. I mean, there's nothing I can do to alter, to change their minds into reality. All I can do and responsible for, what I can do, is change my own future, my own present. I cannot change my past. And I've made a lot of mistakes in my past. However, I'm constantly learning and grasping new, deeper understandings and how to live life accordingly to the best potential possibilities that there is. And like I said in my videos, all I do is I swear, okay, see, just to show you legit, I'm actually at a cemetery. When I say I'm actually at the cemetery, I'm actually at the cemetery graveyard. Just so people in the comments or these haters or whatever, they think, oh, you're not at a cemetery, you're just saying that. No, I'm legit, authentically, genuinely at a cemetery. But anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, right. So you have to be the one to create and manifest your own destiny, your own desires, to invite the law of attraction into your life, to harvest, to summon upon the universe, to conjure to your will. And baby, I'll tell you what, you can accomplish everything and anything, whether in life, death, whatever. Everything's possible. My name is Cody Gremlin. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. Support my Patreon through support my channel through my Patreon. Your donations are always welcome and accepted. Take a lot of that donations and channel that to helping a lot of animal shelters, homeless shelters, food shelters, etc., etc. Farewell.